Kim Kardashian, the queen of reality TV and controversy, but what secrets has she tried to buy her way out of the public's knowledge? Let's chat about it. Kim Kardashian's marriage to Kris Humphries went viral in 2011 after they called it quits 72 days after saying "I do." Humphries filed for an annulment in November 2011, citing fraud as the reason. The wedding special premiered in October 2011, the same month Kim famously filed for divorce after just, again, 72 days of marriage. Now, both episodes begin with a disclaimer. The message begins by saying, on October 31st, 2011, Kim Kardashian filed for divorce from Kris Humphries. She released the following statement: "After careful consideration, I have decided to end my marriage. I hope everyone understands this was not an easy decision. I had hoped this marriage was forever, but sometimes things don't work out as planned. We remain friends and wish each other the best." Remaining friends, they did not. 2 months later, Kris filed a response to the divorce petition requesting an annulment due to fraud. A settlement was reached in April 2013 after a very lengthy legal battle, with the duo's divorce finalized in June 2013. Now, Kim has tried to keep this whole situation tightly sealed, even allegedly offering to pay news blogs to not interview Kris about the reasons why they didn't work out. It's alleged, that they fought over money. Just as Kris prepared to take the next step in his relationship with Kim, they began to clash over finances. When Kim brought up the possibility of buying, her dream home, Kris expressed concerns over spending too much money. He said, "I have a financial plan laid out for my life, and bringing you into my life is not going to derail my plan." Kim acknowledged in, a confessional that Kris was 1,000,000 times more frugal than her, but to his face, she emphasized that she refused to downgrade her life to make him happy if they chose to live in New York City. Kris said, "In my mind, we were about to be married and share everything. Am I about to marry this wild card who would potentially want to spend everything we have?" As tensions, continue to rise, Kris alleged Kim wasn't in touch with reality, which doesn't exactly set the tone for a proposal, but Kris hinted in a confessional that he felt very uneasy about getting down on one knee after that argument. It's even, noticed that Kris had tensions with Kim's sister Khloe, which also caused a bit of trouble as well. Now, one of the pair's biggest disagreements involved Kim taking Kris's last name after the wedding. Kim pointed out that Kris is more traditional than she is, telling friends at a party that she considered using Humphries, but her mom basically tried to shut down the idea. Ultimately, Kim decided on not changing her last name and keeping it Kardashian since her mom told her she is incorporated. I mean, none of this would ultimately matter seeing as they broke up 72 days after getting married, but yeah, at the time it was a big deal and Kris wasn't happy. The following year, Humphries defended getting caught up in their whirlwind romance. He said during an interview with Access Hollywood in February of 2012, he said, "To me, it was real. I would never go through something and do something that wasn't, real or I didn't believe in. So I can really only speak for myself in terms of that." Now, despite Kim's desperate attempts to keep this whole debacle under wraps, ultimately it would be discussed endlessly for years to follow. The infamous tape, you know which one I'm talking about. The Kardashians' long-running e-reality series, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, premiered just a few months after Kim's private tape with Ray J leaked online. Kim said at the time, "I'm not naive to the fact, that that's pretty much how I was introduced to the world. It was a negative way, so I felt like I really had to work 10 times harder to get people to see the real me. I felt humiliated. There was so, much drama and money involved with this tape, and to this day, honestly, it's still the topic of just many conversations online." Years back, Kim Kardashian filed a lawsuit against Vivid Entertainment over the distribution of the tape she made with her former boyfriend. Now, Kardashian was asking for unspecified damages, attorney fees, and all profits from the sale of the tape, according to the LA Superior Court lawsuit. Now, at the time, she said in a statement, "This tape, which was made 3 years ago and was meant to be something private between myself and my then boyfriend, is extremely hurtful, not only to me, but to my family as well. I am filing legal charges against the company who is distributing this tape since it is being sold completely without my permission or consent." The video was made during Kardashian's 3-year relationship with Ray J, which ended in 2005. Ray J, the brother and singer of Brandy, is not named as a defendant, nor is he, a plaintiff in this suit. Vivid Entertainment, which is a major producer of adult films, said it had purchased the tape for $1 million from a third party, but did not identify the person or entity. And of course, there has been much speculation to this day that Kris Jenner is the third-party person, and you'd have to be living under a social media rock to have not heard about all the times, Kris Jenner has been accused of being the one to leak the tape. She even got hooked up to a lie detector test to prove her innocence in it all. However, that was faced with backlash, as many people think that was faked and staged. Anyway, Ray J over the years has called everything a lie and has accused the Kardashian-Jenners of orchestrating the tape's release and using him to create drama for a storyline on the show. Kim's messy Met Gala dress drama. When Kim arrived at the 2022 Met Gala in her very sparkly nude Jean-Louis gown that Marilyn Monroe famously wore to sing Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy in 1962, she revealed that she had to lose 16 pounds in 3 weeks in order to actually fit into the gown. Now, she said it was such a challenge. It was like a role. I was determined to fit in it. She later added, I would wear a sauna suit twice a day, run on the treadmill, completely cut out all sugar and all carbs, and just eat the cleanest veggies and protein. I didn't starve myself, but I was so strict. Following the May 2022 gala, Riverdale star Lily Reinhart slammed Kim for appearing to promote a very toxic and dangerous mindset about body image and weight loss. She said in a statement, to walk on a red carpet and do an interview where you say how starving you are because you haven't eaten carbs in the last month, all to fit in a dress? So wrong, so messed on hundreds of levels. She wrote all that on Instagram on a story post, which of course has been deleted because that's what they all do when things go sideways. She doubled down though, however, before deleting it and continued to say, to openly admit to starving yourself for the sake of the Met Gala when you know very well that millions of young men and women are looking up to you and listening to your every word, the ignorance is otherworldly disgusting. In her defense, Kim's trainer, Donna Matrix, maintained that she lost the weight in a very healthy way, telling TMZ, we were working out sometimes twice a day. The reality star, later publicly addressed the controversy by comparing her decision to an acting role. She said, to me it was like, okay, Christian Bale, can do it for a movie role and that is acceptable. Even Renee Zellweger gained weight for a role, it's all the same to me. She continued to say, I wasn't saying, hey everyone, why don't you go lose this weight in a short period of time. She did say afterwards though that she was going to have a donut once the gala was over. A lot of people, like Lily, obviously took to social media to discuss it, and one person simply said, people should not source nutrition advice from celebrities, period. Another person took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to say, the fact that Kim Kardashian, knowing the mass influence she has on humans around the world, would publicly announce and essentially encourage rapid and dramatic weight loss for a look is incredibly disappointing, extremely problematic and ultimately really sad. Tom Quinn, who's the director of external affairs for eating disorder charity Beat, said dieting and weight loss advice can be very attractive to those affected by eating disorders who may treat it as inspiration to carry out dangerous eating disorder behaviors. We strongly urge anyone affected by an eating disorder or worried about their health to not attempt to copy any dieting tips they hear and to contact their GP or care team if feeling unwell. Now, the other rumors are that she paid the press to leave out the truth, which is that she didn't actually work out and eat strict. She just took the miracle weight loss jab everyone is taking all over the world called Ozempic. Yes, the one that has Hollywood in like the ultimate chokehold, allegedly, and I say that with my very strong A. She actually just gave herself a 4 mg superdose of the appetite suppressant, and that was the real way she lost the weight so fast. But you know what they say, innocent until proven guilty. And with Kim, she's got enough money to keep a secret, so we may never really know. The Kardashian family has been on reality TV for well over a decade, and fans always tune in to see the latest drama. Trust me, there is no shortage of gossip with this family. Kim Kardashian has not only found herself in several feuds, but has also been the topic of conversation for many celebrities who have seen the dark side of Kimmy and want to expose it. The one thing that has seemed to have been made clear is that those who dare to cross Kim do so at their own peril. You're probably very familiar with the infamous feud between Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian. It started when Kim's then husband Kanye West back in 2016 released a song with lyrics that Swift claimed she didn't approve of. After the song Famous came out, West claimed Swift gave him permission to name her, and Kim released a video of her allegedly agreeing to it. Swift said otherwise. She claimed that the video Kardashian took was manipulated and illegally recorded. Kim gave her final statement on the feud back in 2020. She wrote, "To be clear, the only issue I ever had around the situation was that Taylor lied through her publicist, who stated that Kanye never called to ask for permission. They clearly spoke, so I let you all see that. Nobody ever denied the word beach was used without her permission at all." Then Swift released the song Thank You Amy with like the K and the I and the M in caps, which many believe to be a snub to Kim Kardashian. Now, Taylor tried to warn us then just how manipulative Kim could be, but many, aside of course the millions of Swifties, took Kim's side and actually wasn't really fazed at all by it. Now, over the years, Jameela Jamil, who you probably know from the hit series The Good Place, which is such a good show, so go watch it if you haven't and thank me later, she has called out the Kardashians. It first started when Jamil called out Kim for promoting weight loss products and specifically Flat Tummy Tea and their weight loss lollipops on Instagram. Kim shared a snap of herself sucking a red lollipop and wrote, "You guys at Flat Tummy Co. just dropped a new product and they're literally unreal." Jameela responded to that saying, "No, you're a terrible and toxic influence on young girls," and followed it with, "Maybe don't take appetite suppressors and eat enough to fuel your brain and work hard and be successful." Jamil, having faced her own eating disorders, felt compelled to speak out against Kim's endorsement of these products, citing their potential harm and lack of FDA approval. Jamil's criticism wasn't just about her promotion of weight loss products, but also about the unrealistic beauty standards she perpetuates. Now, she pointed out that Kim's toned body wasn't achieved by some teen pills, but rather with the help from paid trainers, nutritionists, and dare I say surgeons. In a tweet, Kim wrote, "This is how I maximize fat loss." Jamil was quick to reply to that tweet saying, "How do we minimize this woman's BS? When will she just love herself and stop obsessing about how to fix problems that were never there? She was always beautiful. She's never seen it because she is broken by the same society that she now contributes more toxicity to," with a little sad emoji at the end. Most recently, during an appearance on the podcast Change the World, at the time, Jameela said, "The double agent for the patriarchy is basically a woman who, perhaps unknowingly, is still putting the patriarchal narrative out into the world, is still benefiting off of, profiting of, and selling a patriarchal narrative to other women." She added, "You're selling us self-consciousness, the same poison that made you clearly develop some sort of body dysmorphia or facial dysmorphia, you are now pouring back into the world. You're like recycling hatred." Later, Kim Kardashian responded in an interview with the New York Times stating how she allegedly takes jobs so they won't make her be away from her children. She said, and I quote, "If there is work that is really easy that doesn't take away from our kids, that's like a huge priority. If someone was faced with the same job opportunities, I think they would maybe consider. You're going to get backlash for almost everything. So as long as you like it or believe in it or it's worth it financially, whatever your decision may be, as long as you're okay with that." In another tweet aimed to call out the whole family, Jameela said, "This whole family makes me sad. All the money and fame in the world can't make you stop hating your nose, your lips, your weight, your skin, your age, yourself." Jameela has been extremely vocal about her dislike for Kim, and despite all of that, she actually surprisingly did come to Kim's defense when Kim was criticized for wearing a super tight corset at the Met Gala that shocked people, with many saying her waist was too tiny and just like unrealistically small. Jameela came to her defense saying she's not trying to be realistic, she's wearing a corset. "I understand why it's not responsible to wear a tiny corset, but I also think it was a bit weird that no one talked about the fact that that was Margiela and Margiela designed, and the entire Margiela runway show was girls who were almost fainting coming down the runway in those tiny corsets. So it's a bit weird that all of the focus is on Kim Kardashian and none of the focus is on the designer or the stylist who put her in that." She added, "It's just strange to me because we feel so powerless against institutions and against industries, and so it's easier to pick an individual and make them the problem." I actually have to say, she does have a good point there. It made me think a little bit differently on the topic, but what do you guys think about that? Now, this next one is not as shocking because this talented singer is known as a women's rights activist. So it's really no surprise that she shaded the Kardashians at some point. Let's talk about Pink, the singer. She took to Twitter to make some criticisms after Kim Kardashian shook the internet by posting her full frontal nude mirror selfie, barely covering her intimate body parts with just like 2 black lines. Many celebrities actually weighed in as well, Bette Midler being one of them, tweeting, "Kim Kardashian tweeted a nude selfie today. If Kim wants us to see a part of her we've never seen, she's gonna have to swallow the camera." That's kind of funny, right? Like, okay, Bette, I see you. Well, Kim then clapped back at Midler saying, "Hey, at Bette Midler, I know it's past your bedtime, but if you're still up and reading this, send nudes, hashtag just kidding." And following that, Pink went on to tweet, "Shout out to all the women across the world using their brains, their strength, their work ethic, their talent, their magic that they were born with, that only they possess." She then wrote, "It may not ever bring you as much attention or banknotes as using your body or your body parts, but women like you don't need that kind of attention. In the quiet moments, you'll feel something called pride and self-respect. Keep on resisting the urge to cave. You'll never have to make silly excuses for yourself. Hashtag International Women's Day, hashtag be strong." She confirmed in a chat with Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live that the tweet was indeed in response to Kim's pic. She also made note to say that Kim went in on Bette Midler and said, honestly, she went in on Bette Midler, and if you go in on Bette Midler, you're probably going to hear from me. But was she being honest with that answer? Like, was it just a clever way for her to kind of dodge having to expose Kim even more? Let's get into the Larsa Pippen and Kim K drama, okay? Larsa, who gained fame after marrying NBA legend Scottie Pippen, returned to the reality scene in 2021, but her bonded connection to Kim at that point had very noticeably fizzled. Despite the clear fallout, Larsa claimed, "Honestly, Kim and I are in a good place." The two were once inseparable, with Larsa even appearing on Kourtney and Kim Take Miami. Larsa and Kim shared vacations, nights out together. They were considered to be very close friends. That is until 2020 when things took a turn and Larsa was left off the guest list for Khloe's 36th birthday party. Larsa actually revealed that she believed Kanye West was the reason for her ousting from the family's inner circle and accusing him of brainwashing Kim against her. She said she felt caught in the middle and claimed, "I took a beating because I was the friend that was basically there and saw everything." After Kanye mentioned Larsa in a July 2020 rant, Kim unfollowed her. And in a 2023 podcast, Larsa said the relationship changed because of Kanye's jealousy. Another source actually said that Kim doesn't have any type of relationship with her, and they all think Larsa is toxic energy. Following Kim's unfollowing her on Instagram, Larsa went on to say, "If your husband feels threatened by my relationship, I don't want to be that person." She also claimed to have dated Tristan Thompson, which is Khloe's baby daddy, before they got together, which likely contributed to the family's decision to distance themselves from her. She said, "I was kind of seeing Tristan before Khloe even knew he existed." She apparently introduced him to the Kardashians at a party, but after a brief time together, he began dating Khloe, which Larsa claimed had no effect on her. Larsa faced a ton of backlash and said she was so disappointed that none of the Kardashians defended her. As of now, it seems Larsa has expressed her desire to focus on her own life. And according to some sources, she's hinted in several interactions with people close to her that she has held on to many secrets of not only Kim's, but the whole family, and if she exposed even a small fraction of them, it would reveal just how toxic, or for lack of better words, how evil they can truly be. The chokehold Kim has had on people really needs to be studied. It's very apparent, and that although many have had horrible interactions with her, many are so scared to speak up.
The Kardashians are linked more to Diddy than you think, as Kim Kardashian has been spotted at some of Diddy's infamous white parties. Everyone knows that the Kardashians are one of the most powerful families out there, but it seems like Kris Jenner wasn't able to wipe this photo of her daughter, Kim, at one of Diddy's white parties off the internet fast enough. Now, photos have surfaced of Kim at one of Diddy's white parties in 2006. Now, this was before her tape with her ex Ray J was leaked, and it was a year before her family started filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So, how was she able to get into this exclusive party? That has to do with Paris Hilton. In 2006, Kim began working as a stylist for Paris Hilton as they were childhood friends. Now, at the time, Kim had a closet organizing business, and Paris was one of her clients. Now, Kim appeared in several episodes of the reality reality series The Simple Life, and was frequently photographed with Paris going to events and parties, aka the Diddy party. And since Paris was a young socialite, she was able to attend the most lavish and exclusive parties, and this included Diddy's. So with her being as close as she was with Kim, she got to tag along too. I mean, in 2008, Paris even spoke out about attending Diddy's first ever party in 1998, saying it was iconic and everyone was there. So it appears that Paris may have been the one who introduced Diddy to Kim. And how convenient is it that a year after she met Diddy, she rose to fame after her tape was leaked with Ray J, who was friends with Diddy. Yes, Kim's ex was very good friends with Diddy. Now, Ray J has actually spoken out about Diddy in the past couple of months and said that a lot of people in the industry had been unaware of anything relating to the serious allegations made against Diddy. Ray J explained, "We've never seen the stuff that's being said and the stuff people are finding out. Like, I've never been in the rooms that people are talking about, and I never knew they existed." And a lot of people in the industry can agree with me on that sense. Like, you all wanted to go and have a good time at a Diddy party. He then proceeded to say that guests wanted to have a good time, be inspired, and work hard the following day because of the good vibes they'd enjoyed. According to Ray J, people are still trying to digest and understand everything, and while the allegations weren't factual yet, they have still proven to be hurtful and confusing for some. Now, shortly before Diddy's mansions were raided earlier this year, Kim actually unfollowed Diddy on social media, as did a number of other stars. Now, did Kim know what was coming? I mean, Kim and her sisters were in the same social circles as Diddy, and the siblings have often spoken of the fun times they had with Diddy, so was Kim aware? Well, it appears that she and her team are trying to quiet any speculation. A user recently posted a video on X, aka Twitter, claiming that Kim was involved in Diddy's infamous tapes and was under an FBI investigation. A user of the social networking site X shared a post with images of a cease and desist order from Kim's lawyer, Christina Davis. The user received the order in an email after they posted claiming Kim was under FBI investigation for being involved in Diddy's infamous videos. Now, the user accused the billionaire of blackmail and taking advantage of men and being possibly embroiled with the notorious tapes. Now, the post read, "Kim Kardashian's lawyer hit me with a cease and desist after I posted a video where someone suggested she might be under FBI investigation for blackmail, mistreating men, and possibly being involved with the infamous Diddy tapes." However, the user stated that such orders are nothing and will continue to speak out on the matter. The caption added, "Their threats and intimidation are pointless. Nothing can stop what's about to unfold. Let me be clear, if I suddenly go silent, that's not my decision." The caption concluded with, "I've now become a target of Balenciaga's most powerful partner." Now, the alleged order from Kim's lawyer stated, "I'm an attorney for Kim Kardashian and write to demand that you immediately cease and desist from publishing false and defamatory statements on the X account at Shadow of Ezra about my client." It further referred to the post shared by the user earlier, due to which the order was being sent to then. It further read, "Your statements claiming Miss Kardashian has committed crimes or is involved or being investigated for crimes are categorically false and illegal." It also demanded the removal of said video, accusing Kim to be removed immediately, else Miss Kardashian will pursue legal action for your defamatory statements. Now, some Twitter users are questioning whether the letter is real or not, but all I know is that Kim, and more importantly her mother, wouldn't want her connected in any way with Diddy. I mean, the Kardashians are always wrapped up in their own scandals, and if Kim were connected to him like the Twitter user claims, she could kiss being a lawyer goodbye, as it is just not a good look. While Kim is being tied to Diddy, her ex-husband Kanye West has been praised by people online, as an interview from 2022, the rapper warning people about Diddy. In an interview for Drink Champs, Kanye called out celebrities for allegedly working with law enforcement to turn on other celebrities so they could avoid prison. Now, one of the celebs he called out by name was Diddy. Kanye said that Diddy is making deals to keep himself out of trouble. "The reason why you gotta talk is because you did a deal, you effing fed. That's why you've gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be able to do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna pull my card," he said. Now, a lot of people didn't take this too seriously at the time, as 2022 Kanye was not well, to say the least. But Diddy eventually was arrested though, so if he was working with law enforcement like Kanye claimed, whatever deal he had was broken. Now this isn't all though, as that same year, Kanye posted texts between the two of them. One included Kanye saying, "F you, you fed." It seems like Kanye was suspicious of Diddy the whole time, and hey, maybe we should have listened to him. Then there's Kris Jenner. Now old selfies of Kris and Diddy are resurfacing. Diddy had a close bond with Kris, and once admitted while appearing on her talk show in 2013 that he had a long-time crush on the matriarch. He joked to Kris, "Once you go black, you never go back," as Kris laughed, "Is he flirting with me again?" Then they worked together again in 2013 when she helped him launch his own platform, Revolt TV, and they were spotted hanging out at the Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony honoring producer and singer Kenneth "Babyface" Edmonds. Now, it's also been found that Corey Gamble, Kris's longtime boyfriend, has something to do with all this Diddy stuff. An insider said that Corey was aware of Diddy's controversial engagements. A lot of people believe that Corey must have had some knowledge of what was going on, claimed a source. But the insider also noted that Corey totally denies these allegations, which, I mean, of course he would. Now, fans of the Kardashians have always found Corey to be somewhat creepy, and if it turns out that he is connected to all the Diddy stuff, well then that would be bad. In a series of now deleted 2022 social messages, Kanye West also dissed Corey for his connection to Diddy and Justin Bieber. "I think he's a nice person, not a great person, a nice person who used to be around Puffy's family, then got around Justin Bieber." Now all of this coming out is not a good look for the Kardashian family. However, it's been said that Kris has already started to plan her family's rescue in case things get dirty for her daughters. It's all very ugly and very embarrassing, and Kris is scrambling to distance them from all this and distract everyone, but that's going to be impossible if they get called in to testify, a source said. Another source said, "All these years that they bragged about partying with Diddy have of course got everyone assuming that they were somehow involved in these depraved freak-offs," the source stated. They then asserted that the family had no idea of the sorts of twisted things he was up to after hours. Now chatting to In Touch magazine, the insider divulged, Diddy had plenty of glamorous parties over the years that weren't freak-offs, at least not until the early morning hours when the majority of people had left. Now they suggested that Kris is presently scrambling to distance them from all of this.
Kim Kardashian has had rapid weight loss after giving birth.
In Touch is reporting that she wants to lose 30 pounds in 30 days.
I gained a lot of weight and I have a lot to lose.
While she has publicly attributed her weight loss to diet and exercise,
Yeah. More static.
many have speculated that she may have used additional methods, such as diet pills or other weight loss aids. After giving birth to her son Saint West in 2015, Kim Kardashian quickly regained her pre-pregnancy figure. She shared details about her strict diet and workout routine, which included a low-calorie intake and intense exercise sessions.
Reality star is reportedly already on a strict diet and exercise routine to lose all that baby weight.
However, some critics questioned the feasibility of achieving such dramatic weight loss in a short period through natural means alone. The use of diet pills and other weight loss aids has been a common practice among celebrities seeking to shed pounds quickly. These products often contain ingredients that can suppress appetite, boost metabolism, or promote fat burning. While they can be effective in the short term, they may also come with potential health risks and side effects. It's important to note that Kim Kardashian has never publicly admitted to using any weight loss aids. However, the rapid nature of her weight loss and the lack of transparency surrounding her methods have fueled speculation and raised questions about the potential use of such products. While Kim Kardashian has built a successful brand with Skims,
I'm a mother, millionaire, law student, and billionaire. I'm also the proud owner of Skims shapewear products.
there have been instances where the company has been accused of misleading marketing practices and unrealistic body image promotion. Some specific examples include photoshopping controversies. Skims has faced criticism for heavily editing promotional images, making models appear slimmer and more toned than they are in reality. This can contribute to unrealistic body standards and promote a negative body image. Exaggerated claims. Some have argued that Skims overstates the transformative effects of its shapewear, suggesting that it can dramatically alter one's body shape. While the products can offer some smoothing and shaping, the results may not always be as dramatic as portrayed in marketing materials. Kim Kardashian has been caught heavily editing promotional images for Skims. This practice has raised concerns about the brand's commitment to body inclusivity and its potential to perpetuate unrealistic body standards. One notable instance involved the inclusion of supermodel Tyra Banks in a Skims campaign. Critics pointed out that Banks' body had been heavily edited, making her appear slimmer and more toned than her natural physique. This sparked outrage, as it contradicted the brand's messaging of inclusivity and body positivity. The excessive use of photo editing in Skims' marketing materials can have harmful consequences. By presenting unrealistic and unattainable body ideals, the brand can contribute to negative body image and self-esteem issues, particularly among young people. It creates a distorted perception of beauty and can lead to unhealthy comparisons and body dissatisfaction. Furthermore, the use of heavily edited images can undermine the brand's credibility. Consumers may feel deceived and distrustful of the brand's claims about its products. It can also damage the brand's reputation and lead to boycotts and negative publicity. To address these concerns, Skims should adopt more ethical and transparent marketing practices. This could involve using less invasive editing techniques, showcasing a diverse range of body types in their campaigns, and promoting body positivity messages that emphasize self-acceptance and self-love. By prioritizing authenticity and inclusivity, Skims can regain consumer trust and contribute to a more positive body image culture. Kim Kardashian has a long history of promoting various products on her social media platforms, often making claims about their effectiveness. However, some of these endorsements have come under scrutiny for lacking transparency and factual accuracy. One notable example is her promotion of a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max. In 2021, she posted about the cryptocurrency on her Instagram story, which led to a significant surge in its price.
That is a story from Kim Kardashian's Instagram where she shilled a scam crypto coin to 228 million followers.
However, she later faced legal action for failing to disclose that she had been paid to promote the cryptocurrency. This incident highlights the potential for influencers to mislead their followers by promoting products without fully disclosing their financial interests. Other examples of controversial product endorsements by Kim Kardashian include her promotion of weight loss products and skincare lines. In some cases, she has made claims about the efficacy of these products that have not been substantiated by scientific evidence.
Kardashian posted last night to her more than 100 million followers that appetite-suppressant lollipops, and they're literally unreal.
This can be misleading to consumers who may be influenced by her endorsements to purchase products that may not deliver the promised results. It's important to note that while Kim Kardashian has a significant influence on her followers, it is crucial to critically evaluate the claims made in her endorsements. Consumers should be aware of potential conflicts of interest and conduct their own research before making purchasing decisions based on celebrity endorsements. Next up, we have Kim Kardashian has acknowledged using Botox and fillers. Many believe she has undergone more extensive procedures, including rhinoplasty, breast augmentation, and butt implants. Her evolving appearance, particularly the changes in her nose shape and facial structure, has fueled rumors of surgical enhancements. Despite the evidence suggesting otherwise, Kim Kardashian has consistently maintained that her looks are primarily the result of makeup and contouring. She has even shared detailed makeup tutorials, demonstrating how to achieve a similar look. However, many experts and fans remain skeptical, citing the significant physical transformations that are difficult to attribute solely to makeup. The discrepancy between Kim's Kardashian claims of natural beauty and the visible changes in her appearance has raised questions about honesty and transparency. It highlights the pressure on celebrities to maintain a youthful and flawless image, often leading to the use of cosmetic procedures and misleading public statements. The reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians has been criticized for presenting a fabricated and idealized version of family life. While the show offered a glimpse into the lives of the Kardashian-Jenner family, many argue that it was heavily scripted and manipulated to create dramatic and engaging storylines. One of the primary criticisms is the use of scripted scenes and staged events. Several former crew members and insiders have revealed that many of the iconic moments and arguments captured on the show were planned and rehearsed. This raises questions about the authenticity of the family's interactions and the extent to which their emotions and reactions were genuine. Furthermore, the show often portrayed a highly idealized version of family life with glamorous lifestyles, constant drama, and extravagant events. This can create unrealistic expectations for viewers, particularly young people, who may aspire to a similar lifestyle. The focus on wealth, fame, and physical appearance can also contribute to negative body image and materialism. Business success. Some critics argue that Kim Kardashian has exaggerated the success of her businesses, such as her makeup and clothing lines. One common criticism is that the success of her brands is heavily reliant on her celebrity status and social media influence. While she has a massive following, it's unclear how much of her business success can be attributed to the quality of her products versus her personal brand. Furthermore, some critics question the transparency of her business practices. For example, the exact sales figures and profitability of her brands are often not publicly disclosed, making it difficult to assess their true financial performance. Her charitable endeavors have been questioned, with some suggesting they are primarily publicity stunts. One common criticism is that her charitable activities are often highly publicized and presented in a way that maximizes media attention. For example, her visits to disaster-stricken areas or her participation in charity events are often documented on social media and in the press. This has led some to question whether her intentions are sincere or if she is simply using her platform to enhance her public image. Additionally, some critics have pointed out that her charitable contributions, while significant, may not be as substantial as they appear. For instance, some of her donations may be in the form of product donations or discounted merchandise, rather than direct monetary contributions. This raises questions about the true impact of her charitable giving.